What's up, everyone? It's Ruby here, bringing you guys live from the RMTV. I'm your host, RubidiumMoon, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a big DC fan. I grew up reading the comics. I grew up watching the animated series. I've seen all of the comic movies, all of them. Well, okay, not all of them. I decided not to watch Superman 4 because we don't talk about Superman 4. It doesn't really exist. But if you didn't know, I have the entirety of the animated series, Superman, Batman, Justice League Unlimited, all memorized, and I have a lot of comics memorized too. Not all of them. The more like the ones that I memorized are like the big ones. Okay, the really big ones. And I thought, let me change things up a little bit. Let me talk about these comic books that I own. And I thought, since we're working through Gotham Knights, I might as well talk about this one. Batman Battle for the Cowl. It's a very iconic comic book. It was written by Tony S. Daniel. You can see his name right there. I don't think I have the Killing Joke physically right now. It might be in the attic or something. We could talk about that one too, because that one I have memorized. There's actually a very good audio adaptation of the Killing Joke. Not the movie, but the audio adaptation is like really good. There's like one that exists that I always watch, and that's really good. But I wanted to start off with actually, I was debating about what to start off with, because there are some comic books that I haven't read in a while. I have like memorized, but not memorized in the sense that I know everything page by page, but more so that I have, the general premise memorized, certain moments that I remember, but not everything is off the top of my head, believe it or not. There is a limit to what is in my head, but this is kind of a good refresher for me, as much as it is for you, probably. So this is called Batman Battle for the Cowl, and this follows the death of Batman, which was Batman R.I.P. And then also it takes after Final Crisis. Final Crisis was the biggest event of the DC Universe. Still is probably one of the biggest events of the DC Universe to this date. I mean, it affected a lot of things. It led us to Rebirth, for sure. Because, like, Infinite Crisis led us to the New 52, basically. Final Crisis led us to Rebirth. So that's the general timeline of things. So you can see at the very beginning, you have Batman is dead, long live the Batman. This is very similar to Batman Arkham Knight at the very end of Nightfall. We just did that yesterday. We saw Nightfall Protocol be launched. Now, Nightfall Protocol is a little bit different from Battle for the Cowl, but right now what we're seeing is Code Black, which again is also a little bit different. We haven't quite reached that point yet where Dick is trying to become Batman, but Battle for the Cowl is the premise that Batman is dead, and the question is, who will take over? That's the big question. And so what I can do for you guys is read a little bit. Actually, how long is this? We could probably make way into this comic book, kind of like read it. See, the way that I read comic books, by the way, is I only read the dialogue. I read it a little bit different now, but I used to only read the dialogue. That's how I read the comic books. But yeah, so we're in Gotham City, and it says 3 common burglars who are way over their heads, no escape route, no getaway car, and no plan in case we showed up. We being the Squire and I actually forgot Squire was even a thing. With the way things have deteriorated in Gotham City these last few weeks, Dick made the executive decision to call for backup. It was my idea to ask for Knight and Squire. So basically, we start out the comic. I think we are Tim Drake, the current Robin of this era. Damian doesn't exist yet. Damian doesn't exist until a lot of years later. So Damian doesn't exist yet, so we have Tim Drake opening up. We kind of see, so we're immediately introduced to Tim Drake. Then we, as you see here, we meet Black Canary here, and also Batwoman. I forget Batwoman's first appearance, but she's been in it for a little bit. So we see a lot of us. So we have Nightwing. So Nightwing and Batgirl assembled the network, a group of our most trusted allies to help out in a crunch. Only this specific crunch has gone on much longer than we originally anticipated. Gotham is in a downward spiral. The gangs took notice of Batman's disappearance and decided that now was as good as a time as any to redraw Gotham's underworld turf map. Everyone's come to the party. Big boys like Penguin and Two-Face are at war with one another, but younger, more ambitious gangs have made their presence felt as well. The police force has been pushed to the edge, enduring long, thankless shifts, and having their families threatened. Many have seen no option but to quit. Rioting, looting. The mayor has declared a state of emergency. The citizens of Gotham are looking for a savior, for someone to take back the streets. They're looking for Batman, or a Batman. So we can kind of get the idea, okay, well, Batman's gone, obviously, right now he's gone. So somebody needs to take up the mantle, because that's a very big job that he has. And then we open up, so we have, in this section, we have, Nightwing, Robin, Huntress, all here. They're passing off dialogue and everything. I think this is, we have Black Mask. Actually, we have all of the villains. This is actually a pretty nice shot over right here. This is the shot. So we have, obviously we have Poison Ivy. I believe this one is, I think that's Victor Zsasz. This is King Shark? Not King Shark, but what is his name? Hammerhead something. He's like a shark guy. He's not King Shark. I don't think he's King Shark. He is a shark. We have Killer Croc right here. I'm surprised Killer Croc isn't invisible or something. I don't remember who this guy is. Might be Calendar Man. No, it's not Calendar Man. I don't know. And then we also have the Riddler right here in this next page. Got the Riddler. Also James Gordon. Is he still alive? And we have the nice picture of Batman Rip. This is the Batman, the bat signal. Doesn't really... Yeah. The bat signal a little bit. The Bat Cave. He doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy in here. Maybe because he can see how we've let Gotham go to hell. It has to be one of us, Dick. We've gone over this, Tim. Well, I've got a newsflash. Someone else has beaten us to it. I've read the news. Fed up citizens playing dress-up hero. No, I'm talking about someone good. Someone with experience. Maybe even someone we know. What are you talking about? Dick, he uses batarangs. Ones that Bruce designed. I found these yesterday on a mugger. Tonight, I discovered a bat rope. He'd used an escape route. Whoever this guy is, he's no ordinary citizen. And so here, this is actually interesting. This design is actually kind of the same one that they used for the Nightfall protocol. From what I've deduced, this Batman has a varied but brutal style of fighting. From grappling and martial arts techniques to expert marksman skills, the three suspects he apprehended on Monday swore up and down it was Batman. Though none of them got a clear look because he moved so fast. So, who are you? You move in the shadows and operate only at night? And you want to be caught? Otherwise, you wouldn't have left so many clues. This, flange grease, commonly used to lubricate train wheels, and limestone residue, found mainly in the caverns beneath Gotham, and annealed glass, metal oxides, blah blah blah. So the idea is that this guy clearly wants to be caught. We even get a glimpse of Barbara Gordon, who is currently Oracle, not yet Batgirl again, because that doesn't come till later. She's Oracle right now. So it's Arkham. The inmates were en route from Blackgate Prison. Blah blah blah. So a lot of the villains are on the loose. And it seems that now Dick Grayson is Batman. See? You get the picture right here. This is right now, of course, Dick Grayson, not Bruce Wayne. And then we have, actually, we get a picture of kind of the birds of prey a little bit right here. Which is nice. Although in this instance it's Black Hawk, not Black Canary. Wait, is it? I think I don't remember the timeline for this, but I think Black Canary is Black Hawk, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. It could just be Blonde Lady. So this is where we end up with the several renditions. So we have Nightwing being Batman, and then we get a picture right here. This is clearly, we can guess who this is. Jason. Jason is Batman. And then we have here where Tim Drake is Batman. Sorry, the green screen is kind of messing up. So now we have multiple Batmen. we got Jason, we got Nightwing, we got Jason, Dick, and Tim all trying to be Batman. And they're kind of like, you know, trying to set their precedents. But we still don't technically know who the mysterious Batman is. The other one. The one that was impersonating them to begin with. We kind of go through the sequences. I don't really know how to show. And then, you know, we see, is that there's a lot of great art shots. Because it's understood that somebody has to be. So now we have this picture. This is a great picture. This is Jason's Batman. With guns and all. We have Dick Grayson here. And they're kind of like, just, you know... Ooh. They're just kind of fighting everybody off. They're just fighting each other at this point. Trying to be... actually, we get this iconic shot. This is actually just a version of the cover shot as well. So, we got Black Canary. You know, okay, I don't think Black Hawk is. Wait. This is clearly Black. Okay, so this is Black Canary. So we have Black Canary, Metamorphosis. I think that's Katana. Owlman. Look at the Owlman. Firestorm. I don't know. I forget who this is. I think this is the Creeper. This is or at least a version of the Creeper. We got Black Lightning, Huntress. We got Prometheus, I think is his name, something like that. Black Cat. Who's that? Is that also Katana? Wait, no, I might be wrong. No, this is Katana. This is Katana. And this is Black. So Blackhawk and Black Canary are not the same people, as clearly demonstrated in this art. I think. Wait, it might be. Is it Cass? No, it's not. No, it's I forget who Blackhawk is. Anyways, we also have Cassandra here. Cassandra. There's Cassandra's Batgirl, and I think that's the Spectre. Anyways, we still have this dilemma of who should be Batman. Wait, what is this one? Oh wait, Damien does exist. I forgot. Damien does exist by now. I thought I have my timelines mixed up. Yeah, Damien is here. I forgot that Damien does exist. I could have sworn he didn't exist before. Oh wait, no, that's true. Okay, yeah, he does exist. He's just not Robin yet. I forgot that he exists. He's just not Robin. Anyways, he tries to be Batman as well. Doesn't work. I forget when Damien was even introduced. The storyline from there is pretty... Ah yes, and so then we have this scene where basically Dick has the realization that, yes, he is Batman. He is Batman's true successor. And from that point, Nightwing takes the Cowl as Batman. But then we also have this question of Stephanie Brown. Because at this point, I believe Tim Drake and Stephanie Brown are in fact dating. Also, Leslie Tompkins is here. We get kind of the Harvey Bullock. You know, he's basically just letting everybody know the Batman is back. And so we do have this following Batman Alive. We also have I think these are the credits. These are just... These are the actual comic book credits. Let me see. Oh, also we have mention of Azrael right here. And we kind of just go through this process of Batman is back, Orphan is back. Actually, Orphan never really left. Oh, right. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's Vicky Vale, right. I forgot about the Vicky Vale thing. So Vicky Vale, kind of... Yeah, we have this sequence where, I think Vicky Vale realizes the secret of the Bat family. Also, she's in her underwear. Wait, I can't show that. She's in her panty. Okay, but okay. So Vicky Vale realizes, hey, wait a second. There's a connection here. This is actually a really nice scene. So she sees that, you know, Bruce Wayne is dead, Batman is missing, and then Robin changes into Dick Grayson, Nightwing, new Robins. We got Batgirl paralyzed, Batgirl goes dead, and she kind of just realizes, wait a second. Okay. So, yeah, so actually the Vicky Vale thing, I think I might actually read out, because it's actually kind of interesting, at least from here. Actually, I'll just read because it kind of is a little bit weird. I'll read the boxes. So she says, she came for validation, renewal, hoping to get both from her former love, Bruce Wayne. Knowing she needs him to reclaim her sense of self, of who she was, who she is fighting, and who she was with the winner determining, who she will be. Relationships in Gotham are so odd, she thinks. What forces some people apart while bringing other people together. And then we have not the panty shot. No. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon, obvious sexual tension. Commissioner's daughter shot by the Joker. Tim, roadkill, playing polo. Really? You've grown up, Dick. Monte Carlo, would you believe it? Yeah, I could believe it. But proving it will be a whole nother matter. She relaxes, for the first time in a long time, feeling right. Feeling as if a proper order has been restored. Feeling alive, she is content with chaos, the city, feeling order in the uncertainty of her shadows, and she knows her lifeblood still flows hot in the chill of night. Her people remain vibrant and alive, scattershot among the depraved and deprived. Mostly she breathes in the relief, knowing her dark night of chaos has returned to maintain order. The city lives, and so does her, Batman. And then we have the final shot of this. And so here we just have the concept art, just the arts in general. They have a lot of characters involved, obviously. We kind of have the parallels of the heroes and villains as well. These are the concept shots, which are really nice. You have the storyboards, whatever you would call them. You have these shots. So the battle for the Cowl, very iconic, very interesting dilemma, because Batman is dead and we need to figure out, well, what happens if Batman dies. There are so many protocols now that now we know what happens, but it still is kind of an interesting story to think about and even read. Because for us, the comic readers, it's shocking because, apparently Batman is dead, but now what? I mean, obviously this will be retconned at some point. Batman's not going to remain dead forever, but it's still an interesting concept. And also an interesting question as well. I think for the most part the fandom agrees that the true successor of Batman is indeed Dick Grayson. He's the one that really makes sense. He's the closest to being Batman that there is. The kind of the adopted son of Bruce Wayne. I mean, he grew up with Bruce Wayne, he knows Bruce Wayne, and he would be the one who is best suited to become Batman in his death. And so I just think that it just in general it's just really interesting. I mean, we have all of the cards being played. We have you don't even have to know who any of these characters are really to understand this story. And I think that's the important part, is that you don't really need to know everybody in the story in order to understand what is being told to you, what is happening. And some of these characters are obviously going to be familiar, some of these characters are you're not really going to remember, but the premise is still the same. And I do like that they included everybody in this story. Because we have everyone that is connected to Bruce Wayne, having their own sections, having their stories being told. And it just, I think it makes a very good Batman story. It would be very interesting to see this specific story, actually kind of being told, either through animation or live action, because there's so many moving parts, and it can definitely be adapted to a story where it's not connected necessarily to Crisis or even like previous Batman stories. I mean, you could technically do like Batman Rip and then go into Batman Battle for the Cowl kind of immediately, and just really telling the story of, well, what happens when Batman dies. You could even say that I would believe that this story could be what the sequel to Arkham Knight. You know, Batman's dead. There's this mysterious something else out there, but we still have the other characters there. And potentially they could come out and be like, hey, I'm Batman now. This is the new Batman. I mean, maybe that story wouldn't really work because everybody knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. And so that wouldn't necessarily work in this context because people don't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman in this. They just know that Batman is gone. As well as Bruce Wayne. You do have to question, why don't they ever figure out, hey, Batman's gone and Bruce Wayne is gone? But they never do figure it out. Anyways, with that being said, we're just gonna pivot into the stream, into Gotham Knights. So it is interesting looking at Battle for the Cowl. I think having a like raw reaction to Battle for the Cowl is very interesting. It definitely isn't like one of the first stories you should read if you're like getting into the comics. Like, it just isn't. But it's still kind of interesting nonetheless. And I would definitely look forward to that being adapted into something else. I think oh my gosh, why are there so many updates? I already updated the game today. Okay, well, at least it's only a minute. The Gotham Knights needs updating every second. Which maybe is a good thing. I don't know. PC patch notes. So, apparently there are patches. General invincible enemies playing and meditating animation will no longer appear in crimes. Various UI fixed issues caused by graphical settings not being applied properly. Various localization fixes. Okay, so basically they fixed things. So maybe we can actually play the game. Maybe we can actually play it. So, hopefully this actually does fix the problems that I was having with Gotham Knights. Hopefully. Okay, why isn't this downloaded already? I already downloaded this. I don't understand what's happening. Okay, maybe what we should do is that, maybe I'll end the stream so that I can, like, reset the computer, have Gotham Knights updated, and so we'll just have this be separate things. So, yeah. I think that's what we'll have to do. So, anyways. Yeah, anyways, I'll be right back.